Where do you land? Part of the Web3 thesis is around crypto. And we've been debating all morning that issue, given some of the comments that we heard from Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger over the weekend. Of course, they have been great critics of the world of crypto. But where do you see that netting out?
Yeah, I think crypto, Andrew, is a very interesting space for two reasons. One is you probably saw the IMF release a month or so ago saying that between 12 and 15% of the economy is online and 88% is still offline. So I think when you think about the current structure of financial instruments in the offline economy and you compare it to what Ethereum, Bitcoin, some of these other businesses are going to be able to do, it's not, I hear all the arguments about whether or not it's real money or not, or it's an investable asset or not. And I look at it differently, which is it gives you the opportunity to attach a new level of data to the instruments where people are trading value. So if you look at something like Ethereum, it's not just an instrument for trading value. It also brings an amazing amount of data from the blockchain. And I think we're seeing this today. We just did a big NFT drop at Red Rocks, and we partner with POAP, the localized data company. And dropping those NFTs allowed us to put tokens on all those drops at Red Rocks with Gucci Mane. And the outcome of that is instead of just having a normal transaction for merch or NFTs, you're able to attach a level of data. So I don't look at crypto as simply a stored value arena or whether or not it's an investable asset. I look at crypto as if you had a dollar bill and you were able to attach data to it, that's the most important part of crypto, I think, in the future is the mixture of crypto and the blockchain together. So I heard the argument you guys were having. I've read all the arguments in the industry. I look at it almost completely differently, which is it's about data as much as it is about the argument around what the value of it is.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And we have Tim Strong on the fourth industrial revolution. And he was the CEO of AOL, the all-seeing eye. And he tells the truth about crypto and blockchain. It's all about the data. We know Ethereum is the new internet. And we know DeFi is the new banking. Now, Tim Cook is the CEO of Flowcode. Of course, the QR codes that China has been using for years. We know they're leading us into the fourth industrial revolution. But what Tim Cook also stated, that Flowcode and Red Rocks had a partnership to give away NFTs with Gucci Mane. Gucci! And guys, we know that's how the NWO works. They grab the puppets. It's the easiest way to do it because the masses are going to follow the idols. And they dangle that carrot, the free giveaway. And they know nothing about the technology. The same as Bitcoin. They just see the price. This NFT went for this certain price. Or this crypto is this certain price. Not understanding the technology. But guys, we know what the Fed has to do. That's right. We're going to be running into a recession. Remember, 2022 is going to start the worst time in economic history. And we're going further down. They have to destroy this legacy market in order to bring up the digital economy, where the robots, algorithms, and drones run the economy, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
You just said at the beginning of your comments that you think a recession is almost inevitable at this time. Is that the first time you've said this? And what are you talking about when you say a recession? Is this something where you're just talking about a couple of quarters of GDP declining? Or do you think that this is going to be something that is steep and painful and something we remember for some time to come?
Well, yes, this is the first time I've said it on this show. Many times I've said, the risk of inflation is rising. The risk of inflation is rising. I think it's now definitely over 50%. One of the things that has gotten me to that place is a recognition that the rest of the world is also slowing pretty dramatically. We saw that here with the net export numbers being much weaker than had been expected. And so, we are seeing a global slowing here relatively rapidly, just when central banks in a number of jurisdictions, the U.S., the UK, are tightening. And so it is really a tricky global situation. The kind of recession hoping for, the sort of technical 2% of 2 quarters of negative GDP. That I think would be, a little bit of a win, frankly. It might be called a reverse soft landing, but time will tell, because some of the dynamics are outside of the control of the Federal Reserve and are in the control of other central banks and other economies that have their own dynamics. We see China slowing a little bit as well. And so, it's going to be a very, very tricky tightrope through 2023, and I do fear a recession, and I'm hoping it will be a mild one.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.